I want to take a moment to begin this video and talk about this struggle we're having with this channel. It's really kind of the way that gun channels are interacting with Google and YouTube is affecting us, and it's affecting our ability to be able to produce content. So I want to take a moment and just ask you support us on Patreon, where a lot of the content we can't put here is going, and it supports this ministry. We've spent the last several months going through the White House's and the Democrats' plan on gun control. And there's a lot of very concerning things in there, but this is very concerning because the president, the White House and Democrats, they are seeking to ban imaginary guns. Now, I'm very concerned because I have a lot of imaginary guns. So this is of great concern to me. Well, what do you mean imaginary guns? This is nonsense is what it is. What this is they want to ban completely plastic or carbon fiber guns. Those don't exist. I want to remind you that back in the 80s, I guess it was the early 90s, when Die Hard 2 came out, and people had not heard of the Glock pistol yet, and there was this idea that there was this plastic gun out there that was being made somewhere in Europe, and these people were getting a hold of it, and they were getting through metal detectors with it. But we all know that that's a false truth. You know, it has a plastic grip. Only the slide is steel. The barrel is steel. Most of the components are steel or some alloy or some form of metal. The bullets have metal in them. I mean, the magazine has metal in it. I mean, come on, this isn't even a real thing. You can't make a plastic barrel. I mean, even if you could pull off a carbon fiber slide, you can't pull off a carbon fiber barrel. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna have carbon fiber bullets and carbon fiber springs and carbon fiber components. It just simply doesn't exist. It's an imaginary gun. Now, here's the thing. If they want to ban imaginary guns, ban imaginary guns. That, you know, joking aside, that doesn't affect me at all. The problem is the sheer effort and the money and the time of Congress and the president and all that money that goes into this effort to ban imaginary guns. It's just simply foolish. And this kind of thing is just an example of passing laws through ignorance of the knowledge of the laws they're passing. That's not an insult. It's just if I was in charge of something and I was gonna, let's say I was in charge of the highways and I was gonna ban a certain car off the highways, I feel like I should have some knowledge of that car. I feel like I should know of it, maybe do a little research on it, have an understanding of how it works, why am I banning it, that kind of thing. Am I just banning it because I want to ban it because it's a scary looking car? This is kind of what we're dealing with, and this is an example of it. And that's why this is, you know, again, joking aside, this is a problem. And it has proven to be a problem because we have, you know, leaders standing up and saying, well, we need to ban these things. And then they describe them, and they can't even describe them. You know, and now there's literally, you know, I'll put the link below, but there is literally effort. Somebody spent time to write up this executive order to ban imaginary guns. Any thoughts or insight, definitely put that below. I want to take a moment to thank Jace Medical for supporting this channel. Having emergency antibiotics or your chronic meds on hand is one of the best preps you could possibly make. And Jace will provide you a year's supply from a U.S. doctor and a U.S. pharmacy. And those are prescribed to you. These aren't pet medications. And besides, pet medications aren't going to provide for your chronic meds, your blood pressure, your heart condition, anything that you possibly think of. Jace Medical will make sure you have that on hand in case a storm just puts the power out, in case supply chains break down, whatever the case may be. It's the most important prep you can make. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel's Patreon. The link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that stuff in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.